So hello and welcome back to our Dragonrider legacy, where we are keeping on with Balerion and his exciting life. Alright, maybe it's not all that exciting, but you know what? I'm having fun with it, and that is all that matters. So let's jump in and see what is going on in Balerion's life. Alright, so I do remember that in our last episode, we did get a pop-up warning us that Jemmy is getting on in years and we might be losing a patriarch yet again. So we're probably going to hang out this episode and make sure that his last days are fantastic. I'm not sure when it'll happen. I just do remember that we did get the pop-up. But in the meantime, Balerion, do you have work today? He has work in 10 hours, but he does need to get one more level in fitness so that he can get a promotion. So I think we're going to go ahead and practice a little bit of punching, get a good workout in before breakfast, kind of do all those things. Let's check in. Our chicken coop is still clean. That is good. And Jemmy, how are you doing? You're enjoying your retirement, definitely. Looks like you're going to need to take a shower soon, but other than that, you are actually doing really good. What would you like to do? He would like to listen to retro music and finish reading a book. Well, why don't you go over here and, you know what, let's put that book away and see if there's a book that you haven't read. So why don't you go ahead and just read something, Jemmy? And Balerion is over here just punching his little heart out. Maybe we'll level up. That is all we need to do to get our next skill point. I'm not sure why Balerion is flirty while punching on the punching bag, but you go there, King. Have fun. He's like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. You know what? Why don't you push the limits? You are so close to getting that skill point. You can do it. We have faith in you. Oh, and it's night on the town. I feel like this is a holiday that Balerion will enjoy even more later when he has a romantic partner. But maybe after work tonight, he and his dad can go out and get a good meal somewhere. Like I said, this is Dragonrider Legacy, but since this is The Sims, we do have to suspend a lot of disbelief. Oh, and we hit level 4 in fitness. Jemmy's retirement pay is here. Things are looking really good. So, Balerion, when you are done with that, why don't you come and serve some... Let's make some omelets today. Seems like a good thing. And Jemmy, it looks like all of the chickens are up. And they seem to be fine, but you know what? Why don't you clean out the chicken coop and collect some eggs, and then maybe scatter some feed for those chickens, please? And that will be a good thing to do. We'll see. All of our plants seem to be doing fine, so they'll just do on their own. Balerion, how are you getting on? You need to pee, and you desperately need a bath. Well, you can take care of those needs. Let's do a nice citrus soak. Maybe get a little bit of energy up. And Jemmy, why don't you grab a serving of the omelets that your son made? Very nice. He's like, yep, this is delicious. Just a couple bachelors now that Bethany's gone, but I think they get on very, very well, so that is a good thing. Also, is everything good? Nothing is spoiled in there, which is always a good thing. Jemmy, when you're done with that, why don't you go ahead and take a shower? And Balerion, when you are done with the bath, can you maybe clean up a little bit? Thank you. Check and make sure all of our chickens are fine. Yes, all of our chickens are good. And, oh, hey, Narilka came over. Well, come on in, Narilka. It's been probably a whole day since we saw you last, but let's give her a hug. Oh, Valerian likes alternative. Valerian, you have fantastic taste. So we'll give our sister a hug. We'll brighten her day. You know, share some night on the town spirit. Maybe we can get the whole family together to go out and have a good meal somewhere. It seems like a good thing. But we do have to make it through work first, which starts in 3 hours. So we have 3 hours to hang out with Sis. Valerian's like, hello. I love music. She's like, you're a good brother. I thought you were annoying when you were a kid, but you're a pretty good kid. What's she talking about, do you think? Valerian would like to become confident and level up in his charisma. So, cheat here in The Sims. A good way to get confident is just to brush your teeth. He's like, I got out my toothbrush. We're gonna do a little bit of toothbrushing. Maybe that'll get us nice and confident. Nope, we're still very focused. Do it again. Scrub those teeth. Which moodlet can we get that will overcome the other one? Ah, well. I don't think we're gonna make it to the confidence, so let's maybe do not complaints. What is a nice charisma thing to do? Maybe we'll just compliment her outfit. You are looking absolutely splendid today, sis. Flatter her a little bit. Tell an engaging story. Just do all of the things. In the meantime, where is Jemmy and what is he doing? Jemmy is talking to the plants. Well, if you're gonna do that, why don't you... we don't need weeds, but let's go ahead and fertilize that with some vitality fertilizer. You know, make it better. You go, Jemmy. You know, we've got a pretty nice place here, but I think after Jemmy passes on to the great beyond, I think we're going to do a complete revamp of this and make it a little bit more like a were, since Valerian will be our first dragon rider that would technically be living in a were, since Sean and Sorka were the first dragon riders and they didn't have wares back when they first started. Hey Jemmy, why don't you go talk to your daughter? You know, give some parenting tips. Maybe have a deep personal conversation with her. All of those things. Also, there's a rooster in our house. But that's okay. You know, it just makes it feel a bit more homey. Alright, well, I think Valerian is about to head off to work. Yes, he is heading to work in 4 minutes. We will rejoin when he is home from work, and we are all going to go out on the town. Alright, Valerian is home from work. He's feeling a little bit sad because one of his friends that he made, she was an elder, she passed away, and he got the phone call. But you know what? Because now he knows that death is always just around the corner, why don't we go ahead and travel with Dad? In fact, you know what? Let's go with a lesson. Let's take the whole family. Where's Uncle Ian? Let's take the whole family, and we're gonna head out, and we're gonna have night on the town. So I think I want to go to a cafe. So we're going to go to Windenburg, and we are going to go to one of these cute little, yeah, let's go to the Hare and the Hedgehog. No, actually, I lied. Let's go to, not Brindleton Bay, no. I am so indecisive. Let's go to Henford on Bagley because we can get dinner. So we are going to go to the Gnome's Arms as a group, and we are going to go and we are going to get a wonderful meal and just enjoy this time with Jemmy. I got another pop-up while Balerion was at work saying that, you know, it's getting close to that time. So let's order food. Let's get beef Wellington. That sounds delicious. And Jenny, why don't you order some food? Let's get bangers and mash for Jemmy. Everybody can just kind of sit down, have a good night. Look at that. And it's ladies' night at the bar. That's exciting. There are lots of people we don't know, so maybe we can work on our goal of making all the friends in the world. We do need 20 friends, and we only have 13 so far. So, you know, let's meet Byron. Let's do a cheerful introduction. You know, just say hello, get some socializing in. Looks like everybody is having a wonderful meal. Balerion also really needs to use the restroom, but we'll get there. Oh, that beef Wellington actually looks really good. Yummy. You know, do we know this lady? I don't know. Maybe we'll do another cheerful introduction there. Just make a few friends. Oh, hey, this is a girl our age. I mean, Narilka is our end goal. But, you know, we can meet a few other ladies before we settle in. Alright, you know, he's like, hey, what is up here? You know, I think you should come and meet... Maybe do an enchanting introduction. We haven't seen him try that yet. All of these lovely people, although he is also very tired and really needs to pee. But you know, socializing comes first. Oh, it was an enchanting introduction. She looks enchanted. Alright. Well, before your bladder bursts, let's go ahead and use the restroom. You know, just having a good time. Narilka's strutting around like she owns the place. Alessin is chilling out at the bar, telling people how he moved out on his own. Kind of. Oh. You know, Balerion has also got a looming fear of death. He needs to talk to maybe an elder. Maybe we should talk to Dad about death. I mean, we are a little bit afraid of that. So, you know, maybe let's discuss our fears with Jemmy. Be like, you know, Dad, I know you're getting a little bit older, and we just lost Mom. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you. If Balerion ever decides to come down the stairs, that is. Jemmy doesn't seem to be worried about death right now. He's like, hey, I still feel great. Alright, he's like, Dad, I hear a lot of people flirting. He's like, Dad, I'm really, you know. Jemmy's like, just breathe. Death is a part of life. It's okay. And of course, Balerion's like, and there's a lady in front of me. That's exciting. He's feeling playful. He's having a good time. Little bit sleepy, but that's okay. Maybe... Why don't we order a drink? Why don't we order drinks for the group? Let's have sweet and spices all around. He's like, drinks for the house. It's free tonight. Alright, and there we go. Everybody's getting their drinks. Everybody belly up to the bar. Ooh, that is very spicy. Look at that. Oh, that bartender is got the moves. And then we'll head home. Up, and it looks like Alessan is doing the pee-pee dance. Alessan, there are restrooms here, you know. Alright. Well, now we're very uncomfortable. It looks like somebody must be making the room uncomfy. Or it just might be because he's also very, very sleepy. Yeah, that's what I think. Well, you know what? I think it's probably time to go ahead and take our boys home. Once they finish their drinks, of course. I'm not sure why Alessan didn't bother going to the bathroom, but you know, Valerian, I said you should go home. He's like, but there's ladies here. And she's flirting with me. Well, I'm sure he'll get home eventually. You know, a little bit sleepy. We've got, 3 hours until he collapses. Valerian, you should head home. She just grabbed his drink. She's like, yeah, no, that's mine now. You leave it, it's mine. Alright. Off he goes. Everybody's heading home. Jemmy, I also told you to head home, my dear. There we go. Everybody's going home. And we will rejoin them in the morning, unless anything tragic happens. Alright, it is the next day. Valerian is up. Jemmy is up. Valerian is going to go and take care of the chickens before he worries about himself, because that is what a good farmerish type person does. You got to make sure to get that coop cleaned. You got to make sure to get everybody fed. Everybody happy. So he's doing that. I think once Jemmy finishes eating, since he has the highest handiness in the house, we're going to go ahead and upgrade that bed and make it a little bit more energy efficient for Valerian. Because I have noticed he does sleep a lot longer than Jemmy does. I mean, eventually he'll be inheriting Dad's bed, but you know, I like to have all of these beds as upgraded as possible. So we're going to do that. I mean, I'm not sure how much time Jemmy has left, but we're going to make the most of it. We're going to get things upgraded. We're going to get things going good. Oh, look at that. We got 6 eggs. Very nice. Very good, sir. I am very impressed. Let's put those in the refrigerator along with that pumpkin. And we'll put in the lettuce. Oh, looks like our brother is over. Can we put that in there? Why can't we put that in there? Fine. Let's see if we can try it this way. No. Okay, fine. Can you... Alright, put that away. Put those eggs away. There we go. And Jemmy, you know, you could actually invite your son in. Oh, and he's gone. Well, never mind. Jemmy's getting a little video gaming done. Oh, that egg is spoiled. Why don't we... Oh, Ian Tina's calling. Hello, Ian. Hey, Jemmy. Maria Watson has asked me out on a date. Yes, you should totally go for it. You know, a date sounds fantastic. We have to throw away those eggs because they spoiled. That's no good. Oh, wait, this one is hatchable. You know what? Let's just put that egg away as well, and I will throw away this one. And work for Balerion starts in about an hour. Alright. Well, that's fine. What do you mean you can't get there? You goober. Alright, whatever. Alright, Balerion, why don't you clean up a little bit, please? Thank you. And Jemmy, why don't you try throwing away that egg again? Or incubate it. We'll make some more babies. It's always good to have baby chickens. Oh, Valerion's like, I gotta pee. But I also have to go to work. And he's totally ignoring the fact that he has to pee. I have no idea where he's going, but you know, you do you there, boo. Alright, Jemmy, what are you doing? You are actually doing really well. He's enjoying being near his family. He likes how the place is decorated. He is so handy. He would like to share some ideas and analyze a book. Well, why don't we, you know, why don't we just pull out one of these books and spend some time analyzing it? You know, maybe, what's a good book that looks like it should be analyzed? Point Farmer No More. You know what? Let's go and analyze that book. That'll make you happy. Balerion is off to work, desperately in need of peeing and also feeling quite flirty, but still headed off to work. He's got this. Work hard, Balerion. We're gonna spend some time with Jemmy. Oh, he seems to think that this book is about giant octopi. I mean, I guess it could be, although it says it's a book about farming, so that makes me wonder a little bit. And then maybe once you analyze that book, let's go and check on our crops a little bit. Actually, I think they are all doing just fine. We've got no weeds. All right. Well, the garden is doing fine. You can spend the day analyzing books to your little heart's content. He is quite happy about that. Now he would like to listen to some electronica. We could probably do that. Let's listen to... No, let's not listen to cottagecore. Oh, Balerion has finished a task earlier than expected. He should listen to some music. He got a little performance gain from that. Jemmy, let's change the station and find some electronica. And then we will listen to the electronica, since that is something you would like to do. And we are all about making sure that Jemmy's last days are happy. Oh! And speaking of last days, oh my. Well, you know, he got to go out doing something he loved. Unfortunately, all Sim's days come to an end, and the Grim Reaper is here. Poor Jemmy. Unfortunately, Balerion was at work. I'm not sure what the symbol coming off of... I guess that's just dying. Ah, well. You had a good life. I think that's what Grimm is saying. He's like, you know what? You did so many things. You were a fantastic person. But now, it's time. Rip, Jemmy. It was a good run. But now, the only one left is Balerion, and he is very, very sad. That's understandable. Well, you know what? I think... Oh, okay. Well, Balerion, I think we need to take this and put it in your thing. Yes, you are having no fun. I need you to go up here to the family graveyard, and we will put your dad right up here. So why don't you come up here? We'll turn that. Yes, that is Bethany. And we will place Jemmy. And we're going to go ahead and engrave an epitaph. Let's see. I think we're going to say... Miss you, Dad. Not Dad F. There we go. We'll engrave a little epitaph, and, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. You getting there? He's like, it's a very snowy day, by the way. Heading out to the family graveyard. We've got Sean and Sorka, Bethany and Jemmy, and then of course our original dragons, Ferenth and Duke. Alright, well, you know what? Why don't you mourn Jemmy? Yeah, it's sad. We'll go ahead and read the epitaph. Maybe mourn a little bit more. You know, it's a fact of life. And Jemmy lived a very good life, actually. I mean, if you think about it, he finished, I think, 2, maybe 3 aspirations, which is quite impressive for a sim. But I think that is where